Hey guys, and welcome back to another little episode of Corks and Contracts, where we open bottles of, whatever we're...
Oh, kava! I love a little kava.
So, yeah. And today we are drinking a little kava, a brut rosé.
Oh, so one of my favorites.
Yes, this is one of Patty's very favorites, and it is something that you can get here at the wine house. I would say it, but I can't. So there we go.
And don't criticize her for the way she opened that
Please
bottle
don't.
either. I thought it was fabulous.
Thanks.
Just
I
for
thought it
the
was good
record.
too. It was kind of exciting, like you don't know what's going to happen.
I know. But we're so excited for our next new adventure.
Yeah. So guys, you've heard us talk about a lot of different stories on here. And this is in the past. This is when we weren't as quite,
Coiffed.
As we are today. Professionals we are today. So we've got a good company that we work with. And if you've got questions, you let us know. But we've upped our game just a smidge. So, but you've heard great stories. You've heard about the KY house.
Yes.
You've heard about the sex in the pool house. You've heard about us spending a day in the lawyer's office helping one of our favorite attorneys. Trying to help. Yeah. You've heard a lot of good stories from us. But you know what? We'd like to hear from you.
It's your turn.
It's your turn. So whether you're a new agent or you're seasoned, or you're not even a realtor, but you surely have bought or sold a house at this point in your life and you've got a good story to tell, we want to hear it.
We really want to hear it.
We want to hear it. So we want you to click and submit. You'll see where to do that on our website. And we are going to be sharing some of your stories to actually help other people as they come about in their real estate.
Because we can't be the only one with the crazy funny stories.
God,
we know
for
they're
sure.
out there and we want to hear every last story that you guys have to tell.
Yes. Yeah. And Patty, you've got a good one for us today.
Oh my gosh. So actually, is it a good one or is it a bad one? Because opinions vary.
Yeah.
So I had an agent who sold a piece of property. And here, that's kind of the new thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's looking for land. Everyone's looking for property.
And it's a hot new scam. There's the hot new scam that's out too.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah. So gosh, I hope everyone does their due diligence.
Yeah.
But both agents on both sides, buyer, seller, all walked this property. It was fantastic. It was everything she wanted to have and dream about and build her little, tiny home on. And they close, everything's great. And the buyer went and started burning and, clearing some land and things like that. And the owner showed up, but this was not the seller that they had met prior.
Oh God.
And said, hey, what are you doing on my property? And the poor buyer's like, well, I own this property. I mean, when I tell you I's were dotted and T's were crossed, that's an understatement.
Yeah.
Except they weren't. And it was the wrong piece of property. And
was it a bad tax ID? What was it?
It was multiple things. It was really, truly, unfortunately, multiple things.
Yeah.
But I will say on the positive side, it was not a scam. It was just mistakes galore. And you can't even point a finger. It was just a really massive error.
No, and normally with our processes, there's several people that it's got to get through before it gets to closing. So it really had to be something different.
To me, this was truly a massive fluke for all parties concerned. So it all worked out. I will say that. I mean, kind of it all worked out. She wasn't as happy as what she thought she had bought, but she got what she wanted and she was still able to do what she wanted, which really at the end of the day is, I feel, what we're here to do.
Yeah.
And all parties felt the same way.
Okay, good.
But it was a little crazy when you have the police called going, hey, you can't burn down.
Oh my God, fighting over land that nobody owns.
You can't burn down these trees. This isn't your property. Yeah, that was a little out there. So listen, and we all have crazy stories. And Michelle, I know you have some.
We have processes for a reason. So one of the most important processes too is the final walkthrough.
Very true.
You do a final walkthrough, you're checking the property, you're being sure that it is exactly what you bought and everything that you actually
had in the contract.
Yes, is actually showing up.
No dead bodies.
No holes in the wall, no floods, no whatever. So I had some clients and he was fantastic. He was an ex-Chicago Bears offensive lineman. And if you know anything about O-linemen, God, I love them. I mean, they got the bellies and they're big and they're, and I loved him. He was a gentle giant. Yep. He was great. And they were actually raising their grandchild. And I love this baby because he called her honey. And he'd say, honey, come over here and look at the bedroom. Honey, come over here and look at this. And I'm like, oh, he's adorable. So we finally found a house, and it was one of those things where it was owned by I don't know if he was prominent, but he was a real estate attorney here in Greenville. And he'd been in business a long time and way too long. And the agent who represented him had also represented him a long time and almost way too long. You know, like she just let him do whatever he wanted to do because he was an attorney, essentially.
Well, and this was so long ago too, when, you know, back then, sometimes a handshake meant something, you know, just little things.
You are so right. Yeah. You are so right. But one of the things is they were moving here from out of state. And since they had their grandchild, they wanted to be sure that the fridge was included. They're like, listen, we're going to be moving overnight. You know, we just need to keep things refrigerated. We need stuff. And I'm like, absolutely. So we negotiated that the fridge stayed, which is very typical. That's not an atypical thing. So all the appliances stay, we get the fridge. We go for the final walkthrough, you guys. And I am not kidding you when I say we walk in that house, every single appliance was gone. The built-in microwave, the built-in oven, the dishwasher.
The disposal?
I don't know about that. No, I think he probably left the disposal. I don't know. I was in awe because we walk into the kitchen and there's holes everywhere, like holes where appliances are. And I still have never seen this happen. I've never seen people take built-in stuff.
Agreed.
And the house was older, so I had a trash. Do you remember the trash compactors?
Yes.
Yeah, that's gone. Like there's just holes everywhere. And we're standing there and we're like, now keep in mind, we are closing now in about, 45 minutes. So we're looking around, and my guy, who is the coolest, calmest cat you have run across in a long time, finally got mad.
Oh God.
He's like, what is this?
And I'm sure he's like only, 6'7", 500 pounds.
God, he was a beautiful mountain of a man. God. So anyway, I'm like, I have never seen this happen before. And I hadn't. And I've never seen it since. So I called the other realtor and I'm like, hey,
we have an issue.
We have a big problem. She's like, what's going on? And I said, not only is the fridge not here, but I don't know, the built-in...
The dishwasher,
the stove, the microwave. And she's like, oh my God, you're kidding me. She goes, I hate it when he does stuff like this. And I'm like, oh. So my clients, they don't want to close. Yeah, they're upset. So we have to, in the final hours, we can't even get the stuff back because he's already sold it on whatever.
Oh gosh.
So, and not that they want it back at this point,
right.
So we're at the closing table, and listen, technically you're not supposed to negotiate this kind of stuff at the closing table. We step outside, we negotiate an amount that they felt was fair.
Good.
To compensate them for having to
replace everything.
Right. No, they've got to go find stuff. They've got to have it delivered. I mean, it's a terrible thing. So, make sure you do your walkthroughs. And I know that, we all do them, but make sure you do it. And
sometimes have a little bit more of a buffer.
Yeah. And that is something. That is something that I've tried to do over the years, is maybe working a little bit of time, especially if you think something's going to potentially go awry, which can happen. I didn't expect it here though, because he was a long time
real estate attorney.
He was a long-time real estate attorney, so of course he knows the laws. That being said, please click and submit your stories because we really want to hear them.
Yeah, if you're a closing attorney, I think I want to hear from closing attorneys.
I do too.
Realtors, consumers, we want to get the best of the best submitted. And
you can be completely anonymous or not. But share your stories. We want to read them. We want to read them to everybody so they can kind of hear about the craziness that goes into this business.
So we cheers to you, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.
Come on, let's go.
Cheers.